Introduction to functions in C. Functions in C are blocks of code that can be called to perform a specific task. They help in organizing code, improving reusability, and making programs more modular. In this tutorial, we'll explore how to define and use functions in C. Function definition and invocation. In C, a function is defined with a return type, name, and a list of parameters, if any. Here's an example of a function that adds two numbers and returns the result. Function with no return value. Not all functions need to return a value. Void functions are used when a function doesn't produce a result. Here's an example of a function that greets the user without returning anything. Function parameters and arguments. Functions can have parameters that allow passing data to them. Parameters act as placeholders for values that are provided as arguments when the function is called. Here's an example. Function return statements. A return statement is used to exit a function and optionally return a value. Once a return statement is encountered, the function terminates, and control returns to the calling code. Here's an example. Function prototypes. In larger programs, function prototypes are used to declare functions before they are defined. Prototypes provide information about the function's return type, name, and parameters, allowing the compiler to perform proper type checking. Here's an example. Recursive functions. In C, functions can call themselves, which is known as recursion. Recursive functions are useful for solving problems that can be broken down into smaller subproblems. Here's an example of a recursive function to calculate the factorial of a number. Function overloading. C does not natively support function overloading, which allows defining multiple functions with the same name but different parameter lists. However, you can achieve similar behavior by using different function names. Here's an example. In this tutorial, we explored the basics of working with functions in the C programming language. We learned how to define functions with and without return values, use function parameters and arguments, handle return statements, and utilize function prototypes. Additionally, we covered recursive functions and an approach for achieving function overloading. Functions play a crucial role in writing modular and reusable code in C, enabling us to break down complex tasks into smaller, manageable units. Here's an example code block that demonstrates calling multiple functions within the main function. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to support the creation of more content like this.